Good morning. Good morning. How are you on this awesome Tuesday? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Minister Sheena. Good morning, Sister Wanda. Deek, how are you on this awesome Tuesday? Look, as you guys are coming in, share and tag and share. Let somebody know that I am on and I greatly appreciate it on this awesome Tuesday morning. I am feeling so much better. Thanks be unto the Lord. I feel so much better. I'm grateful that I was sick all last week and even up until yesterday. But I am so grateful that I am feeling so much better. On today, I got a quick word for you on today. If you can share me, if you can hear me, just let me know. Send me some hearts, send me some love, and let them know that let me know that you can hear me. I don't want to get through the whole message and then y'all be like, I couldn't hear you, Pastor. But on today, if you can just drop in the comments, if you can hear me, just put misdiagnosed, misdiagnosed. If you can just put that in the comments for me, misdiagnosed. I was sharing on yesterday with my ministers class, and and something that God was really dealing with me on last night, because when I started feeling better, I really started back, like trying to listen back to God, trying to tap back in, trying to pray, and everything. I can just be honest, transparent. I did not do a lot of that on this week because I absolutely just did not. I did not feel good at all. I had to laugh at my husband because I was playing the Bible, letting the Bible read the scriptures to me. And he was like, baby, what in the world are you listening to? And if you ever played the Bible and let the Bible read to you, I don't know who that man is that be speaking and trying to read that stuff, but I promise you, he sound like he probably grew up with Paul them. But I was listening and I was trying to just hear a word from God, and just trying to tap back in. And I was sharing with my ministers class on last night that I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor. Yes, his voice is oh God. I went to the doctor, but my regular doctor could not see me, and I had to see the nurse practitioner. And the nurse practitioner ended up getting behind, so they sent me to see somebody else. And so when I went in to see them, they took in all my information. They said all my information was forwarded to them, but during that time, they ended up, I don't know how things got mixed up when they began to take me into another room. When they took me into the other room, they told me, said that my blood pressure was high, my other vitals, they wasn't right, and they was like, what are your symptoms? So I started telling them my symptoms, and she was like, your blood pressure is really high. And I said, I've never had high blood pressure before, so I don't know what's going on. I said, but maybe because my head is hurting so bad. And she said to me, pain, listen to me, will send your blood pressure up. Pain will begin to cause things to get out of whack. So I sat there. The lady started going over everything with me. And when I started saying, I've never been told that I had high blood pressure before. I always have high, low, regular blood pressure. I'm a fan. I work out. I take care of myself. I'm not saying that I always eat everything right, but I basically take care of myself and try to do the right thing. And so when she kept talking and telling me the things that I had going on, I said, ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about because I've never had high blood pressure. And so she started going over the chart with me and showing me, we keep a chart. We keep with every doctor that you might even see in this office, we have all of those records. So we're able to see and keep up with what's going on. And all the way back to 2014, you've been consistently with high blood pressure. And so we're going to have to do something. And I said, ma'am, I don't know what you're seeing in your chart. So we kind of went back and forth for a little while. And then when she started talking about giving me medication and stuff, and I started saying to her, she started talking to me about my weight, because I wasn't eating, I wasn't half drinking anything. And I said, I know I lost a few pounds because I have not been doing eating or drinking like I should. And she was looking at whoever the patient is, weight must be was drastically different from mine. And she was like, no, you lost more weight than what you're saying. So we went through this whole thing, went through this whole deal. But at the end, she started talking about giving me medication. And I said, ma'am, I can't take that because I'm allergic to it. She said, who told you that? And I said, y'all did. And I actually was admitted in the hospital before because y'all gave me the medicine and you actually had to run it out of my system. So I know that I'm allergic to it. Tell me, what does it do to you? I started going through all the things that taking that medication does to me. So the woman sat there for a minute and she said, well, Miss Simmons, I don't have no record of that. And so when I said to her, I said, my name is not Miss Simmons. She said, what is your name? And I said, my name is Deidre McLeod. So she dropped her mask down and she started looking at me real. You can see that she was angry. You can see that she was frustrated. And immediately I could have gotten that way too, because all this time I've been going back and forth with you. You didn't wasted a few minutes of my life trying to convince you that I'm not whoever that patient is that you got in the chart. And so at the end, she realized I was who I am, and found the right information and was able to get done and tell me what I really had going on, and went through everything. But anyway, if they would have gave me that medication, that it could have went really left for me, and could have really caused some major problems. So I started talking to the Lord about it on last night, and just talking about how that people can read the description of somebody else and can misdiagnose. I hope that you're walking with me, and can misdiagnose you, can think something of you because of something that somebody else said, that some downloads that they got from somebody else, and they reading the chart from somebody else off of what they thought about you or how they felt about you. And so I started talking to the Lord about, even on last week, if some of you did not see even the video, that I shared a video that I went to one of my closest friends' birthday dinner. And yes, they come on, got the wrong identity. But hold on, Minister B, let me work it just a little while. And so when on last week I shared the video of my friend. She was dancing coming in her birthday brunch. And even though I didn't think nothing was wrong with it, I wanted to go celebrate my friend. You absolutely are right. But I wanted to go celebrate my friend. It was an all women's brunch. And she came dancing in and she was doing a thing. She done lost weight, looking real good. And she came in and I did a video of her. People started taking that video and started saying, what kind of pastor can she be? She got to be a false prophet. So they started taking the video. The video started going viral. They started sharing it on other platforms and calling me names and saying all kind of nasty things about me. And she even said to me, she said, I am so sorry. You know that I would never do anything to hurt you. I would never do anything to hurt your ministry. I know that you're real about what you do. And I started even seeing her trying to go back and forth with the folk on there, trying to defend me. And I even said to a few people, I said, if you really know who I am, you would have known that she wasn't me and I wasn't her. But apparently you don't even know me. And so it started going from that. And people started drawing a conclusion of who they thought that I was, because they was misdiagnosed with the wrong chart. They was reading the wrong thing. They had the wrong identity of who they thought that I was. And I came to tell you on tonight, or on today, that when I started talking to the Lord, and the Lord started saying to me, he started encouraging me and started lifting up my head and allowing me to remind me of who I was. Because sometimes people have gotten the wrong misconception of you, and they misdiagnose you off of having the wrong identity, having the wrong chart, having the wrong information concerning you, and they really don't know you. But if they really know who you are, they won't have to go back and forth with people and forth and back with folk, because they already know who you are and what you represent. So the Lord started dealing with me on last night. And he said so many people have been misdiagnosed in the kingdom. They have been misdiagnosed in the spirit. They have been misdiagnosed in the natural. And because they have not been getting a fair chance, because people have put their mouths on them and have painted a picture to make them look like something that they're really not, only because they didn't got in their mind that you are what we think that you are. And they have not even given you a fair chance. And people from Jamaica and people from other islands, they started attacking me and started saying things about me and started lying on me and talking about me and sharing all of that stuff. And I came to let you know that even on last night, God started dealing with me even some more. And God said, I want you to help the folk and let them know that they've been misdiagnosed. He said, but what I'm about to do, and I'm speaking prophetically, he said, what I'm about to do, he said that they gonna begin to know who you really are in this season. When the woman of God started talking about tea on this past Sunday, she said the Lord woke her up with a word and saying tea. And she was talking about how we begin to take things and we begin to run with it, and we begin to talk about folk and scandalize folk name, and we don't actually know the real tea on them. We think we looking at tea as being something that we can gossip about. We looking at tea as being something that we can run all over people and scandalize their name and take them on and killing them before they even have a chance. And there's some of you that you have not had the opportunity to really present yourself or show the world of who you really are, because people have misdiagnosed you. They have begun now to run your name down in the dirt. And I know first hand myself, trying to start a ministry, living in the same town that I grew up in, where I made a lot of blunks, I made a lot of blunders, and I did a lot of stuff growing up as a young girl, and started doing some stuff in which all of us have missed the mark at some point in our life. But I know who I am and whose I am, and all of us, none of us ain't all got it right. And people are so busy trying to share the tea, to talk about you, to say what you used to do, how you used to live, things that you used to have going on, but they don't know who you are now. But God said, what I'm about to do is share the real tea about you. I'm allow them to really know who you are and whose you are. And he said, the people that view you because they misdiagnose you, they don't really know who you are. And I'm still a little winded. I feel some stuff in my chest, but I know the Holy Ghost is helping me to be able to guide me through this. But he said that they're going to begin to know exactly who you are. And I'm about to allow your name now to enter into rooms, and they try to be able to sabotage you, to keep you from moving in the place that God is predestined and called for you to be. He said, but what I'm about to do, I'm allow them to get the real tea on you, and they're gonna really know who you are and whose you are. And I'm gonna set you up in rooms that you never thought that you would be able to go into. And he said, why? Because it's time for you to no longer be misdiagnosed. People have been misdiagnosed, and they have killed you or tried to kill you in the spirit. They have tried to kill you in the natural. There are some people now that have been tied to my ministry and know that they're supposed to be here, but because they're afraid to connect with me because of the things that the other people have said about me and try to put on me and try to lie about me. And there are people now that they still trying to say that I used to talk to, or that I used to be with, and I done been with my husband now, married 23 years and dated him for 2. And I'm telling you, they not a joker can ever show up and say that there was anything that ever happened or took place. And I'm telling you right now, I know that's a lie. But the Lord said to let them misdiagnose you. He said, because I'm going to be the one that hold you up with my righteous right hand. He said that I'm going to drop the real tea concerning you. I'm going to show the world who you really are. And he said that everybody that tried to mishandle you or misdiagnose you, he said they got small minds and small mentality. Let them stay where they are. But the real people that's really called to you, that's called to the oil that's on your life, I'm telling you right now, they will begin to connect because they know your identity in the spirit realm. I'm not talking about folk that walk around with suspicion. I'm talking about folk that walk around with a real discernment. Talking about folk that really know how to tap into the Holy Ghost and be able to see you and know that you're really a woman of God, that know that you're really a man of valor, to know that you are a real prophetess, to know that you're a real apostle, to know that you're a real bishop. The Lord even started showing me that word on even last night. He started reminding me about who a bishop is, about how they're blameless, and how they're the husband of one wife. And he started going through all the categories of everything that make a person of who they are to walk in that caliber of anointing. And he said, I want you to understand and I want you to know well. He said that the thing about what I'm about to do for you, he said, I had to allow them to miss you so that they can now begin to recognize who I've called you forth to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. So glory to God. God is setting you up. It was all just a setup. And even though those folk, they was going to take me out on yesterday, it could have really ended kind of bad. It could have really went a little left. But I thank God for the sermon that the Lord gave me about being misdiagnosed, because I know that we are now going somewhere. That who they thought you was really don't even mount up to who God has really called you and ordained for you to be. Don't let the misconception of what they have of you stop you from walking in the real glory of God. God has chosen you for such a time as this. And how I know, I said, Lord, the enemy could not have been fighting me like this for me to be where I am right now. And I don't feel like I have gotten any further. And he said, no. He said it was only a setback, just a small setback for a major comeback. So isn't it amazing? After they gave me the right medication that I needed on yesterday, you about to get your right medication. After God allowed the people to give me the right medication on yesterday, I found out that I had a sinus infection and a touch of pneumonia. And all last week, I was struggling. And yesterday, last evening, I just started feeling better. I just started feeling better. And because I got the right diagnosis, got the right medicine after I got the right diagnosis. When all this time you have not been able to heal properly, you have not been able to get what you need because they've been misdiagnosing you. But now that God has allowed people to really tap into the spirit to be able to see who you are and what you really need to be able to get you to the next place, they're going to diagnose it right. And they're now going to be able to help you to get to the place that God has actually called you forth to be. So I came to be the prophet to awaken something in your life. I want to provoke you to go forth, to provoke you to walk in the thing that God is called and designed for you to be, and what he's called you to do after you get the real diagnosis. I love you guys. I pray that this word has been a blessing to you. Misdiagnosed. I might have been misdiagnosed before, but I'm telling you, the people that misdiagnosed you, they were reading the wrong chart. They got the wrong conception of who you are. But now that they know who you are, I'm telling you, things are now going to just start lining up, coming all together. Start lining up, coming all together. God is putting the right people in your life. He's putting the right people in your life. I was just telling one of my armor bearers on yesterday, I said, I've been praying that God send me divine workers, divine people in the kingdom, people that really have the heart of God, that say, Pastor Deidre, Prophetess Deidre, I see what you're trying to do. I want to help hold up your arms in order for you to get there. Listen, if this word has been a blessing to you, misdiagnosed, I don't care what it is, sow something into this ministry and continue to watch us be able to flourish and walk in the thing that God has spoken. The word that was given to us was called go. And I'm telling you right now, I'm set, ready to go. Walking in some things. There are a lot of things that I got coming up. I got the pour coming up in December. Before I get to December, on this coming Friday, we're going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I'm telling you, we going to make a great impact in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're going to make some things happen. We're getting to shut down Tennessee. I'm telling you, I got some major hitters that coming with me on a whole bus, and we're about to make some things happen. We're going to get revived. We're going to get renewed. And I'm telling you, there's a real blessing that God is now about to sit and rest upon our lives. We're going to come back ready to walk forth in the things that God has spoken. So after we come back from that, I'm telling you, we already got next year's retreat already lined up. They say they want to do another cruise, so we're going to go shut down another cruise ship, and we're going to now begin to go to Cozumel, Mexico. I post all the information about it when we return, but just know that we're going to Cozumel, Mexico next year, November. So you got time to pay your money. You got time to be on the ship. You got time to be able to go up there so we can slay some of those demons and some of those other gods that they calling themselves trying to serve. We're gonna go over there and make something happen. I'm telling you. And we're ready. We got the pour coming up in December. I'm already full to my capacity. I wanted to make it intimate, so I only set it up for 15 people, and I already got all my 15 people. If God tell me to take it someplace else, we will. But as of right now, I'm still locked and loaded in 15 with 15 people. If I find 15 more people that say that they want to be a part, I promise you, I'll make something else shift. I'll make something else happen. But I'm telling you, God is up to something major. Join us, because I'm telling you, I'm about my Father's business. And if I never thought that God's hand was on me before, the way the enemy has been fighting and coming after me and my family within these past few weeks, there's not a doubt in my mind that I'm called, I'm anointed, and I'm appointed to do what he's called me to do. I love you guys with a God kind of love. Have an awesome and wonderful, wonderful day.